Okay guys, today we're going to talk about a topic that many students get confused with, and that is if they should use on, by, or with when talking about using something. So, for example, perhaps you're not sure if you need to say I saw this by the internet, or on the internet, or in the internet, or sometimes I wrote this by pen, on pen, with pen. So this is a bit confusing. So today I'm going to give you a few simple tricks to help you to remember this. So the first one is going to help a lot, especially in the age we live in now. So these days we use a lot of electronic devices. We use the internet. We use our phones. We use many websites. So what word should we use for these different electronic things? So there's one nice simple rule here. Pretty much all electronic things should be with on, no matter what you are doing. For example, I spoke to him on the phone. Or I bought this on Amazon. Amazon is a website, so it's an electronic thing. I searched this on Google. I wrote this on my computer. Perhaps something many of you need to say. I play on my phone. I play on my phone. So, on my phone. On the radio. On TV. I saw this on TV. So anything that's electronic is usually just going to be on. There is one common exception, and that is video. So video is an electronic thing, but we say, I saw this in a video. But for almost everything else, you can use on. So maybe now you're thinking, okay, when do I use by and with? So, this one is a bit trickier, but I think I have an easy way to explain. By is used when we're talking about a system. So, for example, I will send this by post. The postal service is a big organized system. Or if you're playing a game, you could say, let's play by the rules. Let's play by the rules. The rules are the system of the game. The other common use for by is for transport or vehicles. So, for example, I go to work by train. I go to work by car. Or if you want to say walking, then we say I go to work by foot. So if you're talking about transport, how you go somewhere, then we use by. Okay, so how about with? With tends to be smaller things that help you to do something. So, for example, I wrote this with a pen. Or this old man walks with a cane, or walks with a walking stick. You could also say, I cut this paper with some scissors. And finally, I want to say that sometimes there is some crossover. Perhaps two of these words can be okay in the same sentence. So, for example, if you want to say that you study English a lot and you're using your mobile phone, your cell phone, to do that, you could say, I study English on my phone because it's electronic, so on works okay here, but it's also a small device that is helping you. So you could also say, I study English with my phone. So sometimes both are okay. So I know that can be confusing. All of this really is a bit confusing. I just hope these simple rules can help you in a general sense. And from now on, when you're reading English or listening to English, just look for little examples, and just over time you'll start to get a feeling for which one is on or by or with, because you'll hear people say them a lot, or you'll read it a lot. So for example, don't forget to listen to my English listening podcast and my English listening YouTube videos, and you too can get used to this by, with, on, and other tricky words like these ones. Thank you for watching this video. Comment below with your questions or thoughts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you all back here next time.